Welcome back to the La Vista course playthrough. We are currently on the back nine. I don't know how Bert did on the front nine, as I started this course on the back nine because there was a lot of groups on the front nine. So I'm playing 10 through 18 first, and then I'll go back and play 1 through 9. But you guys are going to see 1 through 9 first, and then 10 through 18. So hopefully future Bert or past Bert, or however you want to look at it, did really well on the front nine, gave us a lot of chance, because the back nine, you can score pretty heavily on the back nine. But there are a couple holes in the back nine that can really eat you up, like holes 12 and 13 and stuff, so, and 17. But yeah, so La Vista is one of my absolute favorite courses. I'm sure I talked about this in the front nine intro as well, but I love coming out here and playing, and we had some really great weather, even though it's disgustingly windy. So I figured I'd come out here and get this recorded and get you guys some good content. So if you guys ever have the opportunity, come out and play La Vista. You're definitely not going to regret it. But with that out of the way, let's get into some disc golf. All right, so this is hole 10. It's a par 4, 485 feet. It's just a giant open shot, and then you want to get up to the mouth of the woods, and then the basket's just tucked into the woods. So just gonna throw an Emperor up there and see what happens. All right, so the headwind burned me over a little bit too much. You don't want to be on the right side because you see you're a little cut off, but I'm just gonna throw a forehand zone up around the corner. We should be up to the basket, but all in all, it's a pretty straightforward hole. That was money. Forehand's getting better. Yeah, so just a tap in to start off the back nine, so can't really ask for much more. I actually really like starting on this hole for the back nine. So we're at hole 11. It's a 737-foot par 4. It's kind of a smash. You can kind of see it. You just have this giant open field. You just want to land in the middle of the fairway, and then as you get down to the left, there's like woods that guard the opening. So you just want to get something out straight that you can just throw at the opening and hope for the best. We have a wicked headwind, so I'm going to go with this Colruyt Allen Concrete Emperor, and hope that I don't burn it. All right, well, I got the distance, but completely the wrong way. Hopefully that's not that bad. This was smash. This might actually be my furthest drive on this hole ever. I don't really have that much left to the basket, but it's kind of tricky with the guardian trees and the wind, so I'm gonna go with this Crazy Tough Buzz OS and just kind of like hit it right on the right side of the gap and just see if it hyzers in. Oh my God. It's always the second one that goes in, not the first one. Hole 12 is 326 feet. You won't be able to see it on the camera because we have to have it set up a little weirdly with how much room we have back here. Some of the wooded holes make it a bit difficult for cameras, so bear with me on that one. But it's just straight down there. It's essentially just a hallway or a tunnel shot, hallway shot, whatever you want to call it, with a guardian tree right in the middle of the fairway, so you can either go out around either side, take the anhyzer or take the hyzer. I'm going to try to throw a hyzer at it and hope that I don't hit the tree, but it's very possible, so let's see what happens. Oh. Dang. I was looking so good too. Just needed to miss it by an inch, but we can still get par from there. All right, unfortunately, we landed on a very steep hill, and I couldn't set the camera up just because of how steep the hill was. It kept wanting to fall backwards, so it was just like probably like a 80-foot approach shot. I just took an envy and threw it up to the basket. We're walking up to it now, so use your imaginations. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record it, so I'm sorry. But as you can see, just a tap in. All right, I really wanted to show this as well. As you can see, there is a marker there for a basket, and it's just literally surrounded by trees on every angle. Getting there is very, very difficult. You essentially just have to putt through the trees no matter what. But you throw down this tunnel and then approach up to these guardian trees, and it is wild. Usually when they have tournaments here, the basket's there. All right, so this is hole 13. It's a par 4, 537 feet. This one usually can lead up to some pretty big numbers. It seems pretty straightforward, just throw down, land in the fairway, pitch up for the bird, but it's a really tight tunnel shot, and if you go left or right, you're taking a bogey regardless. So I'm gonna go with this Essence, just try and throw it hard on a hyzer and just let it go straight the whole time, and hopefully we end up in the fairway. Oh, that's very bad. We're scrambling. Yeah, I really wanted to go for the hero shot and like throw something up around, but that would have been really stupid. So just lay up in the fairway and take the par. This one definitely screams throw a forehand right up the alley so you can get up right next to the basket, which is what I should absolutely do, but I'm gonna throw mid-range. Particularly a buzz. Yeah, I really gotta learn to start trusting my forehand a bit more. I try to not use it as much as possible because it's really bad, but the only way for it to get better is to use it. So I'm kind of hindering myself on that one. So this one's on me. All right, well, bogey's not that bad, but could have done better. That's on us. In all honesty, that one always eats me up. I've birdied it. I've also double bogeyed it. I've probably quadruple bogeyed it. That's the one where you just need to learn to take your medicine, and I almost never do that, so something to account for. This is hole 14. It is a 454-foot par 4. There's a bush out there in the fairway that's roped off. You might be able to see it as we walk up. The little area roped off is OB. But basically, you're just trying to throw up to the mouth of the woods, and then it's just straight in from the mouth of the woods. So we're going with the Sharingan dyed Raptor. Just going to throw a hyzer up there and then pitch up for the bird. All right, well, hopefully that got through. That was not very good. All right, well, we got very lucky. I think we hit this and just either fell down or we hit and rolled out, but we're at least not OB, so I'm just going to... Got maybe like 100 to 150 feet left. I'm not really sure, but just gonna take an envy and pitch it up. Smooth like butter. Let's go putt it out. No chains needed. That's a bird. So I didn't mention it earlier when I threw this on hole 10, but I put some Emperors in the bag. These things just bomb. They're really nice. They feel like kind of a straighter destroyer, but it's like in between a Zeus and a destroyer's rim, so it fits my hand kind of well. But so far I've been liking them, so kind of the new addition to the bag lately. But yeah, so we're at hole 15. It's 522 feet. It is a par 4. It's almost essentially like hole 10 previously. You just throw out up into the fairway, and then the woods are on the left, so you kind of get yourself as far as you can straight with a nice little finish left, and then you just got a straight look at the basket. So I'm going to go with an Emperor and hope that I can get on it and get out there. A little too nose up, so it didn't finish very well, but we got a nice little look. All right, so we got the distance. We made it past this wall of woods, and we can see the opening up there like I talked about. Unfortunately did not get a nice little finish left, so we got a little bit more left than we want, but I'm just gonna throw a zone hyzer in and see what happens. I did not put anything on that, holy cow. Okay, well, left that one a little short. Pain. I was worried about getting on that because if you go past the woods on the right side, it's all OB. And if you go too far past the basket, it's just a massive drop off. So I just babied it. That was a rookie mistake, but whew, we should be able to putt it out. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Sneaky, sneaky. Two holes in a row. We don't need chains. Just goes to show you. It doesn't show you anything. All right, hole 16 is 345 feet. It's pretty straightforward. You can see the basket from the tee. I think you can see it on the camera, but it's just a straight shot. I think it actually plays a bit longer than 345, so I'm gonna go with a T-bird 3 and just try to throw a straight hyzer up to it. Bit too much. Gonna have a long putt. That's one we really got to get. That one does not feel good to par, but it is what it is. Left the T-bird 3 a bit too, I guess, nose up, or didn't throw it hard enough and just kind of hyzered out and gave some really bad footing, but could have made that putt. But anyway, we'll make it up on the next one. Hole 17 is a par 3. It is 280 feet. It's just straight through this really tight tunnel gap off up to the right, so really got to throw a forehand, which I'm not great at, so see what happens. I'm going with the Sharingan Raptor again. Hopefully it does me well this time. A little too soft, but it's up there and past the gap, so easy par. Contrary to the last hole, oh, there's a hill here. Ooh. This hole feels great to par. This one's an astounding birdie to get, I feel, but if you have a really good forehand, then this hole probably sets up really nice for you, but I have a barely serviceable forehand, so just getting away with par is really good. If I were playing this in a tournament, I'd probably just take a putter and throw it straight up there, so I don't have to risk with a really bad kick from the spin of the forehand, because this is not a birdie that I'm going to get, but for the camera, you know, gotta at least try, so let's see what we got. Ooh. All right, well, I really jinxed myself there by saying easy par, huh? All I had was a forehand roller, and then I did not execute that well, so tough hole, but bogey's not the worst, I guess. Hole 18 is a 663-foot par 4. It seems really straightforward because it's just wide open. There's a mando tree up there that you shouldn't really ever have to deal with. It's really easy to get past this too. So it's basically just a straight shot up there in the fairway. But I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it goes way down and then way back up. So you essentially like need 500 feet to get to the top of the hill. And then you'd have to throw 100 past it. But I don't have 500 feet to get to the top of the hill, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. So this is one of the harder holes on the course to birdie, but it shouldn't be that bad for par. Not great, not bad. We'll work with it. So yeah, this is La Vista. Since we're on hole 18, I guess we're getting pretty close to the end here of the video. But for me, it's like halfway done. But for you guys, you've gotten a full taste of La Vista. So let me know if you guys like the course in the comments and what you think of it. But this is honestly one of my favorite courses around. I don't know if it's considered a St. Louis course because it's not in Missouri or St. Louis, but it goes around. It's on the tournament circuit. They have a couple tournaments here, so I usually try to hit those. But yeah, this course is gorgeous. I love playing it. It's a little bit of a drive for me, so I can't get out here all the time, but when I've got the time, you just gotta come out and play this one. All right, so bear with me. This is kind of a weird angle because of the hill. The camera's kind of sloped, so gonna be going, we have a tailwind too, so I'm gonna go with this Avenger SS. Something really understable, just try to let it flip and turn over up towards the basket. But yeah, being so uphill makes it a really hard shot. That's too low. That was too low, but it is what it is. Yeah, as you can see, just too low, not enough, but this tailwind makes things tricky for putting it up next to the basket. Makes it tricky for everyone else. We're too good though. Try to tell you guys, we're just too good. Oh. But yeah, it's even cooler that you get to finish the whole court, or after playing everything, you finish on this elevated basket. But yeah, so that is all 18 at La Vista. All in all, I love this course. I mean, I've said it probably too many times, but it's such a pretty course and it's so much fun to play. So if you guys ever get the opportunity, you got to come out and try it. Let me know if you guys like the course in the comments.